Hello, happy Sunday and happy Memorial Day weekend and all of the things that we're doing today because we get an extra weekend day, extra time with our families. I'm super excited about that. This morning we started our day with taking down some trees in the backyard and some limbs, and we've just been super productive. So now it was time to hop on and do my makeup, and hopefully we'll leave the house and do something, hi Jill, that's not work related. All right, so I'm actually gonna pull my hair back so it's not in my face while I do this, and then I'm gonna put some primer on. So I'm gonna do just a really simple look today using basically my everyday sort of products. I'm gonna start with Touch Glorious Primer. Always should be a first step in your makeup routine after your skincare. And you don't need very much, you just need like a generous sort of pea-sized amount. And this goes on your face. It's very silky and it's just going to sit on your face. It's going to fill in any pores, fine lines, anything like that that you have, and then your makeup's just going to glide over the top of it really easily. All right, done. So you want primer to sit on your face for a few minutes while you do something. It's just going to acclimate to your face, so when you put your makeup on over it, it doesn't blend with it, it just sits on top of it. That's the whole purpose of primer. So I'm going to use just a really sort of simple everyday combo. I'm going to use the Cream Skin Perfecting Concealer. Hi Stacy. I'm going to use in Velour because I don't want like a huge contrast today. I just want like a very flawless sort of neutral, natural look today. I am going to go with bronzer and blush as my eye color, which is a very common thing that I do, and I'm going to use my Obnoxious Stunning blush to do that. I'm going to use a really simple lip combo of lip BonBon and Plush lip liner to do my lips. I'll do my brows and I'll highlight, and it's honestly like a super easy look. So back to the foundation stick. This is what I'm going to use for foundation today. I'm still taking pre-orders. I'm going to take them up through tomorrow, and then Tuesday morning when the sale goes live, I'm going to buy in bulk. So if you are interested in getting a foundation stick, I can color match you, and then on Tuesday morning I can go in and purchase them all, and then they'll ship to me and I'll ship out to you. So I love the foundation stick because it's really, really easy to use, and you're going to see in just a second. You kind of put it on just like war paint. And that's all as much as you need. And then the product goes away. If you have dry skin or mature skin or normal skin or combination skin, this product is going to fix a lot of the skin issues that you have. It is full coverage. It blends out like a dream. You can get it with the kabuki brush, which is what I recommend applying it with. And I can grab that for you too, but you can just see how easily it blends out. It really does not require like a, what's the word that I'm looking for? It does not require a professional guide to get on. It literally just blends out like a dream. There are two kinds of cosmetic wax in it. One is Cara Lily and the other is Carnauba. And basically what that means is if you have dry skin, it's going to make your skin feel like you have a moisturizing veil on it all day long, because it's going to basically keep your skin super well hydrated. That is why you get the really nice dewy finish with this makeup as well. And I always make sure just to blend down my neck a little bit. And that way you don't have that weird, your face doesn't match your neck situation. But you just buff it in with the kabuki brush. This kabuki brush, I have used a few because I used to use other makeup brands and you had to like buy the brush along with it. I would say that this one is bigger, covers more surface area, it's softer and more dense. So I'm obsessed with it. I had thrown out my other ones, honestly, because this replaced them all. So if you are in the market for a kabuki brush, this is a very good quality one. Okay. All blended in. So the foundation stick is really just these two products and you're out the door. Very easy. If you are someone who doesn't really want to struggle and have multiple purposes for your makeup, this is like one and done. All right, so I'm now going to go in with Skin Perfecting Concealer. This is in the shade Velour, which is not my normal super bright scarlet. This is going to be more of a flesh tone for me. And the reason that I'm doing that is I just wanted flawlessness. I didn't want like a really bright under eye today. I just wanted to look very natural. So I always go in and apply with a Splurge Cream Shadow Brush. And the reason I do that is I use about half as much product when I use a brush to apply it as when I use my fingertips. And less product means less bunching in your fine lines and creases. It means that your product is going to last you a lot longer. So just good news all around for everyone. If you have experienced where your concealer kind of sits in your fine lines and wrinkles, or you feel like you notice fine lines and wrinkles more, it might be because you need to exfoliate your skin. I do our exfoliating mask twice a week and our detox mask once a week. And usually on Saturday mornings, I do our brightening mask. So yes, I mask a lot. It just kind of helps to purify your face. It helps to have your makeup soak in, not your makeup, your skincare soak in better when you don't have all that dead skin sitting on your face. It makes your skin much softer, and it makes your application of your makeup 100% easier. So good skincare, honestly, is why makeup looks really, really good on some people, is that they're putting it on a palette that's really like well hydrated, nice and tight, things like that. So I do get asked a lot, why doesn't my makeup look like yours? And honestly, the difference is I spend a lot of time, I shouldn't say a lot of time, I spend a lot of effort on my makeup, but just as much on my skin. So I didn't wash my sponge today, speaking of effort, so I'm just going to spray it with a little bit of rose water, and that's going to put the dampness in it that I want so that I can press my concealer in. The reason that I use concealer is to highlight and brighten and just keep those areas under my eyes and like on the planes of my face nice and bright. Never smear it, always press it. You're going to get a much better application that way. And then I will show you how to set it so that this does not move all day because it is a cream product. If you're a strictly powder person, I would recommend going and getting the pressed powder, the Touch Mineral pressed powder in Scarlet, and that's what I use when I do a fully powder routine to set my makeup and to highlight and brighten my under eyes. But I can always color match you for your complexion so that you get like a very custom skincare and foundation routine. Okay, so we're all blended in, and like I said, I wasn't going for a really bright under eye. I wasn't going for a huge differential between my foundation and my concealer. I just wanted something there for extra coverage and flawlessness. So now, because I've used all cream products, I need to set this so that it doesn't move. So I'm going with Touch Behold Setting Powder. This is translucent, super finely milled. It's like a blurring powder. I do not go in with my sponge because I feel like it puts too much makeup on. So I always go in with a brush and tap a significant portion of this off. And then I just brush it in with like a pressing motion into the areas that I highlighted. The reason that you want to do that, it's not going to change the color of your makeup at all, but it's going to set it. So if you have oily skin, or if you're in humid or hot conditions and you're sweating or producing oil, it's not going to allow your makeup to move because it's basically going to act as a barrier, and it's going to absorb the extra moisture on your skin before it becomes a problem and moves your makeup around. Especially now that it's summertime and it's warm, you're going to want to take these steps so that your makeup looks perfect all day. Alright, so now we're going to go in with bronzer. I'm going to use Beachfront bronzer in the shade Malibu, which is the darkest shade that we have, but I really love it for contour because I feel like it's got a really, really good tan differential. It's a baked powder, so there's part of it that's matte and part of it that is shimmery, so you get that really nice glow. And I start at the back of my face, right at the top of my ear, and I blend it forward towards the corner of my mouth and just blend it in. All of these pressed everything that we carry is really, really highly pigmented, so you just need to tap it maybe once or twice, and you're going to have enough color on your brush to do everything that you need to do. Don't go overboard, especially if this is the first time you've used Younique products. Start with a little and then add more if you feel like you need to. And then my forehead. Like so. So we just want to make sure that we're shadowing in the outsides of our face and we're keeping the inside of our face nice and bright, and what that's going to do is make the illusion that our face is longer and leaner, because someone hasn't been eating her macros in like 9 months and really needs to. So the jawline is like instant lipo, instant facelift. It makes all the difference in the world, and then blend it right down your neck. And that's going to make sure that you don't have any disconnect between your face and the rest of your body. I'm just going to grab my powder concealer brush and put a little bit on the inside of my nose to chisel it in and warm it up. Like so. Going right down the end of my nose. And this kind of just tailors it in a little bit, and then I blend it out. Just warms it up. Now, the cheapest makeup trick that I always tell you guys is get a big fluffy powder brush, put nothing on it, and blend your makeup in with it. The worst thing that you can do is put on some like ratchet highlight and contour and not blend it in. It's like the first amateur move that you can make. It would be better to have no highlight and contour than to do bad. That's my personal opinion. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of this bronzer and I'm just going to pop it into the crease of my eye, because like I said, we're doing a very low maintenance look today. And so I'm just using the end of that powder concealer brush and just going right in to the crease of my eye and blending it out. And it just gives like a very natural shadow on your eye. This is like my out the door mom look, especially when I'm running late. And I'm just going to put a little bit of that on my lower lash line. This is also, like if you're going away for the weekend, a way to edit down what you're packing, so you can literally do your makeup all weekend long with using products that you're using for other things. I have a hard time underpacking. I always like go way, way overboard. Okay, so Mineral Pressed Blusher in the shade Stunning. Don't be afraid. Actually, I'm ordering one for my mom, who looked at this and thought that I needed like medical attention. She's like, you're not gonna put that on my face. And I was like, we're just gonna give it a try. And I'm ordering one for her because she loved it. I touch it once and there's enough pigment on here to do my entire cheek with. Because I'm doing a very neutral look everywhere else, I want something on my face to pop, so that's gonna be my cheek today. I feel like it just gives you a really healthy glow, a really nice finish, and it just like livens your face up. And to that end, I'm gonna grab my Younique blending brush, and I'm gonna put a little bit of this in the crease corners of my eye and just blend it out. And it's just gonna liven up my eye just a hair, just enough. Thank you, Amy. It's super, super easy to do and take your products and use them for multiple things. That's what I love most about this. All right, so let's do brow palette, Brow Obsession palette. I've been using this beauty for 18 months, and I bet you I still have a year's worth in here. So I'm just gonna do powder brows today because I don't want like a super glossy, super finished look. And I'm gonna use the original Brow Artist brush, which has the flat side that I use to like clean up any mistakes that I make, and then the angled side, which is what I use to draw my brows on. So I will actually go in a little bit deeper so that you can see everything. So I'm just grabbing the dark powder. I'm just kind of packing it on my brush, and then I go in and draw the lower brow line from the very, very beginning all the way back to the tail. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the top. And I don't start quite as far forward on the top because I like to blend in this area and make it very soft so that it is very natural. And I grab all the little tiny baby hairs that live right above my natural brow so that it gives me a better arch, and you can kind of see it's just the sparseness is going to be filled in. So I take, again, another few taps of this, and I start at the arch and I go all the way to the tail, because you want your brow arch and tail to be the thickest and most pronounced part of your whole brow. Hi, Kristen. And then without adding any extra product to this, I'm just going to use what I have left on my brush and already on my brow, and I'm going to start blending these things together. And that's going to give me a really soft start to my brow so that it looks very natural. Like that. So you can see that it just gets very subtle in the front. And then you can always take like a little spoolie and brush it together, and that just kind of like combines everything in a very natural way. So this is just using the powder. I didn't even dip into the pomade. The pomade is when you want to get very, very detail oriented. It adds a little bit of shimmer. It tames your brows by like, almost like if you were to put like a smoothing cream on your hair. I feel like that's what this does. But today I'm just going low maintenance. If you can call putting on a full face of makeup low maintenance, I do. So I'm going to go in and just do this on the other brow. So starting right at the beginning on your lower brow line and going all the way to the tail. And I have to extend this tail out just a little bit because I was dermaplaning my face, and I kind of like caught the end of my brows when I did that, and took a little bit of my brow with it. So now while I wait for that to come back, I'm drawing it in. But no one's been able to tell. Okay, so now the arch. Okay, and then just like we did on the other brow, I'm going to use what I have left on my brush and already on my brow, and I'm going to just fade in the front like so. If you have to clean up your brow, you totally can. I use the flat side of my brush to do that, and you can basically just make any edits that you need to at any time, and then you can always use the concealer that you still have stuck on the back of your hand to clean anything up that you're not super happy with. Super duper easy. So let's zoom out a little bit so you're not staring at my nose the entire time. So I'm just going to use the concealer I have on the back of my hand to go in and do like a little matte highlight on my brow bone. And this just kind of cleans it up and perfects it. And that's why I use the small cream shadow brush, because it allows me to get in there and be very precise. Okay. We're good. Very good. Okay, so now let's do, I almost forget 4D Epic Mascara is everything in this life, and I'm going to go and put it on. A tip for the 4D, put your mirror below you and look down and wand up, because this makes your lashes so long you will end up with mascara up here. So in an effort not to do that, I have found that looking down keeps me from jabbing myself. I have also found that applying this on someone else is near impossible because it makes your lashes so long. It is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Okay, I do 2 coats because I'm a makeup junkie and I love lashes. Look at the difference. Let's zoom in on the difference. No mascara, 1 coat of 4D. Let's do the second coat of 4D. I have told all my customers to limit yourself to 3 coats or else you're going to be in serious trouble trying to close your eyes. Even Chase said to me, "Why are your eyelashes so long?" And I'm like, because God has blessed us with 4D mascara. And this is without curling my lashes. It's everything. If you need a 4D, you let me know, because I have 10 more on order right now that should land the first week of June. All right, so not to leave this guy out of the party, let's do this set of lashes. It totally gives you a false lash appearance. What I love about the wand the most is that it separates every single lash you have right from the root all the way to the tip, while depositing these little Y-shaped fibers on your lashes so that they get bigger and more robust and thicker as they go. Okay, so lashes are on. It's all good with the lashes. And now I'm just going to take what I have left over on my lower lash line and do that very gently because my lower lashes are very light and very blonde. Done. Long live 4D mascara. I have 10 of them coming, so if you want one, just shoot me a message and I'll get you on that list. Okie dokie. So let's do highlighter. I'm going to use Benevolent, which is my Golden Frost highlighter. Love this one. If you haven't used a highlighter, especially in the summer, it's everything. It makes your skin look really just fresh, glowing. Thank you, Amy. You're very sweet. These powder luminizers just make your face look glowy and dewy. I like it the most because it sort of combines that under eye area that can be kind of dark on people, and it blends it with my blush really nicely and just creates a really good transition, and then it gives it just that little bit of shimmer. Not an aggressive shimmer, but just enough that you know that there's something there. And then right over my brow, sort of this C shape, and then I go down my nose on my Cupid's bow. Putting it on your Cupid's bow is going to make your top lip appear bigger, and I have a serious issue. I love big lips. Like, they just can't get big enough for me. All right, I'm going to take my deluxe brush, wherever it may hide. Here. Younique Deluxe brush has an angled side and it has a sponge side. I'm going to take the sponge side and put it in that highlighter, and I'm just going to put a little bit on the inside corner of my eyes. And this is just going to wake it up. I always find that putting a little bit of brightness on the inside corner of your eye just gives you like a really bright, awake look. And then I just kind of dust it out onto the center of my eye. So this is using all products that I was using on my face. I didn't use any eyeshadow today at all. I used bronzer, blush, and highlighter. Done. So now lips. This is a low maintenance lip look, but I'm going to make it a little bit high maintenance because I can't help myself. So I'm going to go in with Pouty lip liner. This is a very natural pink lip line. It's basically like the color of the inside of your lips. Just dark enough that it's going to show up. I think that Pouty is my favorite lip liner. I've been really struggling with saying that. I don't like to play favorites, but I think it's Pouty. Okay. If you're going to overline your lips, just do it in the center so that you don't look like you got punched in the mouth. Okay. So Pouty lip liner is on. Now I'm going to go in with my lip BonBon, which is a tinted lip moisturizer. So if you are a chapstick person and that's all you know and that's all you want to know, grab a lip BonBon. This is Raspberry Cheesecake. So this is going to moisturize and hydrate your lips, and it goes on with just a little bit of extra tint so that you get a little bit of polish with that easy peasy low maintenance look. And now here's for the extra. I'm going to add a little bit of Hottie lip plumper right over the top of it. Hottie has peppermint essential oil in it, and it's going to make your lips like double in size. This is the Hottie Original. It does come in tinted colors, so it sort of goes on like a lip gloss with a little tint in it. But what I love about Hottie is it does not burn. If you've used other lip plumpers, they have usually like a hot pepper in it, and that's what makes your lips swell, but Hottie does not. So let me just take a quick check over, make sure I didn't miss anything. No, we're still good. I'm actually going to take a little bit of Touch Behold setting powder on the edge of my sponge, and I'm just going to clean up right underneath here so that that contour stays really nice and bright. And by doing that, it's going to make that cheekbone pop even more. You can see where the shadow goes in a little bit better now because behind it is bright. So you just keep that lower jawline nice and bright. Okay, good to go. So you just see it a little bit better by keeping the area behind it nice and bright. And that's sort of the thing. I find that sometimes people will want to compensate with their makeup by putting more and more and more on. Sometimes, honestly, it's erasing something that you did that's going to make something else that you did come forward a little bit better. So I try to sort of study what I'm doing and see how much time it takes to do it, or how much product it takes to do it, or what the overall result is. And then I judge whether it's a good thing to keep doing or if I should kind of figure out a better way. So I have, happy to report, I figured out a lot of better ways to do things now that I don't have to pack as much makeup on in order to make an impact on my face. And honestly, that's blending with products that you don't need to go back and forth with 100 times. If I can touch my blush once and apply it, I'm going to have so much less makeup on my face. When I was using store brands, I was literally, thank you, Amy, you're so sweet. When I was using store brands, I would literally go back and forth into the pan of makeup 5-6 times, and then I would have all that weird fallout on my under eyes. I don't have any of that now, so it really does eliminate a lot of the makeup that I used to wear. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Touch Behold setting spray, which is sort of like hairspray for your face, and set my face with it. You can see that it looks wet and dewy. I'm just gonna sort of air dry it a little bit faster. Basically what this does is it blends all of your makeup together so that it's not gonna move at all during the day, and it's gonna give you a fully matte finish. If you like a glowy finish, or if you're a powder wearer, you can go ahead and finish it with rose water toning spritz. What that does is, it's basically the only product I've ever found that makes a powder look glowy and dewy. So if you finish with all powders, or if you use a fully powder foundation, concealer, everything, go ahead and grab a rose water. The best part is I use this morning and night with my skincare routine. It shrinks your pores, it reduces redness, it hydrates your skin, it helps with rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, all kinds of different skin conditions. So if you have very sensitive skin like I do, like my mom does, we can use all of these products and we've never had a reaction to them. So that's kind of my barometer for how things work for sensitive skin, because my mom literally cannot touch anything without having a reaction to it. All right, so I will go ahead and take a selfie and I'll post all of the products that I used in order to achieve today's look on there. If you have any questions, you can always hit my nose. A little description box will pop up and it'll say shop here. You can go online and look up any of the products that you want. If you need to be color matched or anything like that, just shoot me a message. I'm home all day today, tomorrow, and Tuesday. So I am going to do that bulk order on Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. when everything goes live with the foundation sticks. If you want me to grab anything for you, just message me by 9 p.m. on Monday night and I will get that as part of my pre-order list. But thank you guys for joining me today. I will be back on tomorrow. I hope you have a safe and happy Memorial Day with your families, and I will see you then.